going on? So we had a friend come around and we had a quick look over the Escort, took it for a bit of a drive, jumped on the highway because that's when all the vibration is happening, and he thought it was more of a balancing issue, not so much the gearbox or the diff being a problem. And when we brought it back, we jacked the back end up, we stuck it in gear and had it running in gear for a while, and he just jumped around and did his thing underneath it, and one of the main problems that he found was actually this. With it running, we found that this wheel is actually not straight. It's not too bad on this side, but if you jump underneath, he's got a big flat spot. So I think that's probably a lot of the noise that I'm getting. Also, my wheel bearings are pretty short. It's like that on both sides, so that's also probably a problem as well. Alright, I've got new bearings and new brake drums. Why not? One of them on the other side was bent, probably from sitting with the handbrake pulled up for too long. Turned them into a bit of an egg shape, so got brand new ones. Now I just need to remove these 4 bolts. 4 bolts there through these holes. Should be quite easy. Pretty sure they're all 13s. Pretty sure the easiest way to get this axle off is to get your drum, pop it on backwards, a couple of nuts on, just by a couple of threads. Sliding the drum wasn't working, I've had to use a bit more force, so I've tightened the drum right up, and I've just been smacking it from behind. There we go. Also, if you're doing this, just make sure you have enough room to actually slide the axle out. It will need that much room on either side, about a metre at least. I've had to move my car back a bit because it was going to hit this pole, so I've pulled my diff out to check the lash, which seems fine, and also I was going to fit this, what I was told was a spool, but it turns out it's just like a ball corner that's been welded up. So now I'm going to chuck it back in. fit up to the bearings to the new axle and run you through how I do that. First I'll grind a angle through here, take all this outer bearing off, snap that off with a chisel, then grind through the other side of this outer casing, break all the outer casing away and cut through that bearing, crack it, and then slide it off as well, and then smack the new stuff on using a tube and the old bearing retainer to not damage the new bearing. See, this side sticks out further, seals on the outside, this side goes down first, that way. It's the old one, that's the old one, just so you're not damaging the bearing. All done. Now I'll just put a bit of grease around there before I stick it in the car.
Let's go.
Now I think that right there is the handbrake adjuster. It's got like an automatic handbrake adjuster that you need to back off when you've got new drums or pads, and I'm pretty sure you just push it in and the pads come back together. Well, alright, she's all back together, tail shaft tightened, off the jacks. Still just waiting on this other wheel now. They've told me it's probably about 4 or 5 days. I've got an even more, a worse one on it. This, I don't think it's got a flat spot, but I prefer not to drive it on that wheel anyways, just in case it's still got a vibration and it ends up being that wheel. I think I'd prefer just to wait. But, yep, all back together. New wheel bearings, new drums. Tried to do that diff, but was the wrong diff. LSD will be in the future with strengthened axles, and I would also like to change the brakes.